DJs BrewTube booze review. It's time for me to delve into one of my favorite rum distilleries this time. Man cannot live with, I guess, whiskey alone. That's right. And before I even liked tequila, which was one of my earliest spirit loves, I was into rum. I went on a cruise with my family. We went down to Barbados, and we had some awesome cockspur rum. We went to the Foursquare Distillery, who is the producer, well, actually, R.L. Seale and Company at their Forestill Distillery is the producer of this lovely product. And what is it? It's R.L. Seale 10-year. That's right, 10-year rum, which is a delicious, delicious product. I've had it several times. I don't know why I never reviewed it in the past. Well, maybe I was too lazy and too focused on beer. But anyways, these guys are out of, I think it's St. Philip's, Barbados, or Four Roads, Barbados, whichever you prefer. It's an aged rum, of course. It's a year-round serving. It clocks in at 43% ABV, or 86 proof. Now, this is a molasses-based rum, and one thing that is a little bit different, this is Bajan rum. Bajan rum is another way to say rum from Barbados. Now, what is different about Bajan rum? Well, at R.L. Seale and Company, they use a dual still process. They have pot stills because they've been around a long time, since 1926, and on their plantation where they have their big kind of distillery complex at Foursquare, I think that's been around since the 1700s. Anyway, I digress. You're not surprised, but they use a pot still and a column still, and then they blend those combined distillations, or two types of distillations, that is, and they combine that in that blend, and they produce these lovely rums. Now, this is a 10-year-old rum that's been aged in bourbon casks for those 10 years. They take the barrels, they blend it, and then voila, you have this lovely spirit. Now, this is an exceedingly value-priced rum. They're the only family-based distillery that's in Barbados, and they're also the largest bottler in Barbados. They have their own sort of Costco or Sam's Club type company there. They give a lot back to the community. It's a really cool company. But, you know what? If the rum is no good, where does it leave us? So, they have a really wide range. They have the Dorley's range of products. So they've got 5-year, their 12-year, their XO, etc., etc. The 66, I think it is, if memory serves. Really, really great, famous in a lot of ways product. So, you know what? I've poured this to let it open up. Let's see what's about with the appearance. Not like you can't already see, but it's a lovely, lovely caramel color. A rich, rich caramel color. It looks like, wow, just deliciousness in a glass. When I swirl it, you get tons of alcohol legs tearing down on the inside of this glass. But take a look at that, guys. Deep, delicious caramel color with a lot of golden amber hues coming out of it. So now we got to smell it and see what's up with the aroma. Wow, man, that molasses really shines through. It's like big, dark brown sugar, rich caramel. Got some burnt notes to it, some citrus notes, plenty of vanilla. Some tannic notes, tannic woody notes, but real like faint and buffered, because the vanilla and that caramel and that molasses dark sort of aroma is coming out. There's a little bit of char here, kind of real faint charred smokiness, and that lovely just caramel toffee like sweetness. Smells delicious. If you guys haven't really drank much aged rum, you're missing out. You've got to do it. I'm even telling you this before I even drank, because I know what I'm in for, because I've had this before. But let's dive in and see if my drink memory is correct. Cheers. Wow. Smooth, sweet up at the front. As you go back to the middle of the palate, those citric and vanilla notes come in. You know what? There's a good amount of warming in the chest, not super strong, and it's got a dry finish. That's a characteristic of Bajan rums, that sort of dry finish, and also the R.L. Seale products. But super smooth, easy to drink. It's got an oily, slick, kind of full mouthfeel to it for a spirit, and that's coming from that, combination distillation from the pot still. You get flavor and you get body, and from the column still you get a precise spirit. So when they kind of blend those two together, you kind of are attempting to get the best of both worlds, which I think really this spirit brings to the table. When you smell it, man, it just really invites you in. It makes my mouth water with those lovely vanilla notes. drop by drop, man. That is a delicious spirit. Now, I generally don't do this. A lot of people put ice on this. I drink this neat usually, but I'm going to put a couple drops of water in here. I know it does open it up. It doesn't, you know, I prefer it just by itself, but some people want to soften the edges of this a little bit because it does have very forward flavors to it, being molasses-based and a 10-year-old spirit. When you put water in it, the nose opens up considerably, and even more vanilla comes out of it. The caramel effect actually rises a little bit, and you get a little tiny waft of alcohol as the spirit's opening. The citric notes are also amplified as well, so it's really kind of cool. It opens it up, and kind of like the aroma sort of blossoms on the spirit when you add a bit of water to it. A lot of folks like to drink this with just like one ice cube sitting in there, and as that dissolves down into the spirit, you get a nice drinking experience. But you know what? I'm a fan of drinking liquor neat. That's just me. So let's dive in again. A lot more citrus in that. I'm not talking like you've just squeezed an orange in your mouth. That's excuse me, that's not how it goes. You're getting light notes of citrus flavor coming out of this, but also the vanilla is actually amplified and is more balanced out with the big caramel notes and sweet notes that are in this excuse me, that are inherent to the spirit. But man, this is a really, really lovely 10-year-old rum. I think if you try this, you'll think differently about aged rum. A lot of people drink dark rum, right? Maybe you have some, excuse me, you have some Bacardi dark or, Don Cool dark or something like that. And it just tastes like a really super hot spirit that's lacking complexity. That's not this spirit. You know what? I even get a little bit of like a coconut taste. I guess that's coming from the wood after you open it up like that. And I got a little bit of that, I think. Yeah, a little bit of that actually on the nose as well. And there's no coconut flavor, of course, put in this. It's just this wood blended rum. So, anyways, try this rum. I think you'll think differently. So, we got to give a grade for this one. As for the price point, I think I paid $20 for this bottle, which is crazy fucking cheap for a 10-year-old. And it was easy to come by. And the flavors are there as expected, and they're really nice, big, defined flavors. This is a great everyday drinker type spirit, and it's versatile as well. You might hesitate to use a 10-year-old spirit in a cocktail. I prefer drinking a 10-year-old spirit neat, but a lot of people do use this in cocktails because it's actually quite inexpensive for 750 ml, and it's probably one of the coolest bottles around. This bottle's meant to look like a skin flask that held wine or spirits back in the day of like sailors and stuff. Anywho, so I'm going to go with a 94 or 95 on this spirit. Yeah, 95. I'm going to go an A. It's a great drinker. It's well priced, and it's just a quality, product front to back. If you haven't tried Barbados or Bajan style rums, give them a try. There's something really unique, and I think you won't be disappointed. So, if you have had RL Seale 10-year, let me know what you know, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. I also like it when you think locally, drink locally, and support the craft spirit movement. This is a family-owned company, man. Support that. Let them grow. Let them go on to the next generation. Also, if you could do me a big favor and rate, comment, subscribe, and smash that like button, man, that would put my happy face on all day long. So, the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a huge bunch of RL Seale 10-year drinking love for you. And you know what's coming? Hell yes, you're ready for it by now. That's right, a big ass, a piece of